All right, on this particular video, I'm going to play some videos in a certain order because I want to make a point at the end. So let's tap in. Let's have this conversation. Let's get started and play this video.
I ended my engagement. I have been debating sharing this with the internet. I always said that I was never going to be the kind of influencer that only shares the good parts of my life. I've been able to build a platform because I'm authentic. It's really important for me to own my narrative instead of letting people assume and start rumors. Ending my engagement was the hardest thing I think I've ever had to do in my entire life. It's really not the breakup itself that's hard, but it's also having to like break up with the idea of the future that you planned and grieving that too. And at this big age, 31 years old, it feels like your clock is ticking faster and faster. I think that if sharing my story helps just one person, then it's worth it. I was trying so hard to make it work. Eventually, trying to make it work felt exhausting. It literally took me accepting the hard truth that I tried to ignore. The moment I accepted that and said it out loud, I felt so much relief and honestly freedom. Not because I didn't care. I was finally listening to myself. Now I have to start over, rebuild myself, move out. It's scary. There's a lot of uncertainty, but that's also kind of the beauty in all of this. I get to start over. I am doing my best and I'm figuring it out one day at a time. So that's my truth. Love you. Bye.
That's her truth. Okay. All right, let me play the next video for you guys. Like I said, I'm playing these in a certain order for a specific reason. We'll get to that once we play. All right, let me play this one.
I ended my engagement and today I'm moving out. There wasn't any betrayal. He didn't cheat or anything. Honestly, I just changed my mind. Sometimes.
Let's remember that. She said there wasn't any betrayal. He didn't do anything. Wasn't any infidelity. She's just changed her mind. He wasn't a bad person.
Sometimes clarity comes quietly. Choosing yourself doesn't always need a big explanation. But my village, the women in my life, are so amazing. They've shown up for me in more ways than one. Helping me pack, sitting with me, praying for me, making a hard transition feel lighter just by being there. I'm so grateful for community, for having people who hold you up when you're stepping into something new. So here I am, closing this chapter, putting pieces of my old life into storage, and stepping into a new season. I don't know exactly what the future holds, but I am excited. I feel at peace. And I'm ready for what's next in the new year.
All right. She is telling her truth, taking control of the narrative, and she says she got clarity. Okay. We're going to play one more video. The story is unfolding. Y'all hear me? Saints and friends, the story is unfolding. Here we go. One last video.
I feel like I am convinced that men are not good people. Like, men are not good people. It's really just trying to find the man that's the least worst. Trying to find the best bad guy. And that's a sad world we live in.
Y'all heard her. She said men are not good people. Now, the reason why I played, she's like, it's about finding like the best bad guy, or the best of the bad guys, the best of the worst. The reason why I played them in that order is because those first two videos were from December. That last video is from this month. She just posted that. Now, here's the thing that I do understand. She had a video that went viral. One of the first two videos went viral because she was saying that she broke off her engagement. She has a decent following. I don't know the amount Um, and she broke off her engagement, and she just said she changed her mind. You know, he wasn't a bad guy, and she was getting some backlash for it. Now, I'm one of those people who I agree that getting engaged to someone that you know you won't have a healthy marriage with is not something that you should go forward with. I would even go as far as to say this: get in a relationship with someone that you know you wouldn't have a healthy marriage or life with. You should leave. I would even go even further and say dating somebody officially that you know you wouldn't be able to have a healthy relationship with is unwise. Does it happen? Yes. Do most people take accountability? No. And that's the problem. That's the point I want to make. And she was also on a podcast called, I think it's called Dear Wifey Podcast, or Dear Future Wifey Podcast. I think that's what it's called. And I listened to it, and what I was listening for was like a form of accountability, a form of like, hey, you know what? I reflected on this, and I saw that I could have done things completely different. I could have handled this. I was also listening for like problems that were like extreme rare red flags, and I didn't really hear that. I didn't really hear that from her. But I said all that to say this. If you make a decision to leave someone who's good, that you say is a good person, that you said, you know, even on the podcast where she had a chance to like spill it out a little bit more, which I don't, just to be honest with you, I listened to it. I don't think she did a great job of spilling it out. I feel like she was holding some things back. I don't know why, you know, but she did not really take accountability, nor did she present any like super valid issues of things that could not be worked out. Everything she listed, I personally believe are issues that you'll have in a marriage and things that can be worked out. I believe ultimately, based off her lifestyle and her business and some of the things she shared, I'm reading into it based off experience, but I just believe that she lost interest in that relationship. She does say at some point that, you know, they were no longer best friends, and she just changed her mind. And she has every right to do it. But people also have a right to critique how you manage a situation. People, especially if you put it out there, they're going to critique it. Some people are going to critique it respectfully, and others not so respectfully. But my point is that just in December, you were saying you had a good guy, you were owning your narrative, that you had clarity, right? Now it's August, not even a full year, and now all men are just bad people. And you're having to choose from the worst and the best of the worst. And this is where I find it to be problematic, because there's no accountability. There's this trend of women feeling like it's wholesome to get out and just online and just talk bad about men, you know, to say these bad things about men. Like for me personally, this is me personally, I think she's an attractive woman aesthetically. Her frameworks and all of that, like, no, not so much. But even furthermore, talking bad about men online is so unbecoming. It's not cute. It's not attractive. And if I can help you in any way, shape, or form as a woman, and even as a man, like I'm straightforward with men, you know, like talking bad about women is just corny. But because she's a woman, I gotta shoot it straight. Any man worth his salt hearing you talk that way about men is not going to be attracted to you. It's just not going to happen. He may be physically attracted to you, but he won't feel safe and attracted to you in a marriage kind of way, because you don't have the right view of men as a whole. I don't even date women who talk bad about men in general. Like if you talk nasty about men and try to make me feel like, oh, but you're different. No, absolutely not. Because I believe it's important for us to have a healthy view of humanity as a whole, for me to have a healthy view of women and to have a healthy view of men. Do I trust men that I would say, hey, a woman can go out at night and feel safe? No. But I don't like have a disgusting and gross view of men to a point to where they are only, how she said, like, they're all bad. You just kind of got to find the best of the worst. No, I think there are good men. There are men that are bad. There are good women. There are women that are bad. And you have to know how to talk about people properly in order to have healthy relationships. You can't have a healthy relationship or marriage with someone of the opposite sex if you have a bad view of them. Like, it's just not going to work. And there are plenty of women who are online saying, "Oh, I got the good one. I got one of the good ones," but men are bad. Those men are passive. Those men are, have no backbone, because that's not a proper view of humanity, and at the end of the day, to me, this proves she hasn't even really grown. Like, whatever clarity she received, she hasn't sat with it long enough. Because if that's the clarity you received to the point from December to August, not even a whole year, and now you're saying all men are bad, even though you called off the engagement, even though it was your idea to move in and you didn't like that, even though you said he was paying all the bills, and it wasn't that he was out cheating or being reckless, but he wasn't giving you as much time. He was working a lot. It's just, listen, y'all, be careful of people like this. If a man is online talking bad about women, ladies, y'all need to be careful. Men, if you see a woman feeling too comfortable talking bad about men online, be careful, run. Because they're not going to honor you. They're only going to like what you do for them. You are just a tool. They're not looking at you the way God designed for a wife to look at a husband, or for a woman to view a man that she has interest in, and vice versa. So those are my thoughts on it. Again, that video is from this month. She still looks great. It hasn't been a year, but she still looks great facially. But mentally, when you're with someone, you're not with just them physically. You're mostly dealing with their heart and how their mind works. So yeah, aesthetically, somebody can be attractive, appealing, but if their mind and their heart is not pure, it's not clean, it's not wholesome, it's not healthy, you're setting yourself up for failure. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I think it would be great to have this conversation. Let's engage. Let's talk more about it in the comment section. Don't forget to connect with this brand. We have merch on our website at www.there'shopebrand.com. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. If you like this video, make sure you like it so that you let YouTube know that you want to see more of our content in your algorithm. Also, we are a brand and a ministry. We do things in our local community for the less fortunate. We also partner with nonprofits to help needs in our local community. So if you'd like to donate to that information is in the description below. And as I always say, I'll catch y'all in the next video.